Seasons, greetings, and happy holidays. My name is Ben, and welcome back to the bench, guys, for another episode of our 12 Sprues of Kit-mas holiday build series. Today we are moving on with day number 8. Last episode was pretty fun, very easy kit, went together really well. So hopefully this kit will be just as much fun. Let's go ahead and grab that box and check it out. So as you can see, the first row is done. The second row is almost done, just one more. And we just have one more row and we are good for this season. Let's go ahead and punch on through here, kind of fish around in here a little bit. Okay, there we go. Got that label. Let's go ahead and pull this on out. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have in store for us on episode 8. Oh, nice. Okay, Weekend Edition F6F Hellcat. This is the Edward version. Very cool. I've actually been wanting to build this kit. So let's go ahead and take a look at the parts real quick. Very typical Edward boxing. We've got our clear parts nicely separated in a different poly bag here. And then we have all of our sprues. Parts look great, very clean, nicely recessed panel lines, good amount of detail. So I think this should be a really fun build. We also have one sheet of decals and one sheet of stencils as well. So that's going to be a little troublesome because they're so tiny for those stencils, but we got a full list of where to put those and which ones to use. So I think we'll be okay. Let's go ahead and jump into our first time lapse, guys. I don't want to waste any time here. I want to get in there, build as much as we can, get some basic assembly done, then get the cockpit painted up, get that all assembled, mask off the canopy, start putting the wings together, filling any sort of seams, finally get it ready for primer. Let's go ahead and start the party, guys. Let's do it. All right, we are back, and so far so good, guys. The Hellcat actually is coming together really, really nicely. Edward kits are just so much fun to build. Detail is great. Part fit has been fantastic. The only issue I have has been with the canopy. Now, the center section of the canopy, we actually have two of those. One is for closed canopy, and one of those is for open canopy. I went ahead and originally thought the open canopy would be more fun, but I'm having a little bit of trouble dry fitting that. I think it's because of the windows and the masks I have over the windows make it a little bit too thick to really effectively place that canopy where it needs to go. So I'm hoping that that can be rectified later on after I go ahead and unmask everything. But in the off chance that I can't, we went ahead and did the closed canopy as well. So I have both of those center sections ready to go, so I can use either one. So we'll see what happens when we get to that point. But so far, the kit's great. We're going to go ahead and move on to priming and painting now. I'm using that tried and true paper towel method of going ahead and masking and covering all of the areas that are exposed. I can come in, I can hit it with a nice Steiner Reds primer, then I can start doing my pre-shade. Probably use some NATO black for that, and then I'll come back in and I'll paint them all up. This is the tricolor camo. So we've got the sea blue, we've got the medium blue, and we've got the white for the undersurface. So I don't think it's going to be that difficult to paint. We're going to go ahead and just jump on in there, get that all nicely painted up, start kind of attaching certain parts and pieces like the undercarriage and whatnot, and then we'll hit it with a gloss coat. We're actually going to leave off the drop tank. We're not going to have the aerial right behind the canopy because the instructions tell me not to put those there. That should simplify things quite a bit. So let's go ahead and jump in there and get this all nicely painted up. right, so far so good, guys. The aircraft is looking very, very nice. We've got everything painted. We've got everything gloss coated. As you can see, I went ahead and did the version with the white spine and the white tail. I think that's really striking. You don't really see Hellcats painted like that very often, so I think it's going to be a good call. We're going to move on now, though, to decals, and I'm going to use my tried and true microsol microset combination. I'm going to start off with the stencils, going to get everything stenciled where it needs to go. Then I'll go ahead and pull out the main decals and get those applied. There's actually not too many in terms of major markings, but there's a lot in terms of stencils. Edward does give you two different versions. They give you the black lettering and they give you the white lettering. As far as I can tell, the black lettering is used for the medium blue section, and for the white section, like underneath the wings, white is actually used for the dark sea blue. That's at least what it appears to me. So we're going to go ahead and just move on here, get the decals nicely applied, get all the stencils applied there, do a little bit of weathering with some AK panel liners as some sludge washes, and then we'll hit it with a flat coat, drop the rest of the parts on, and we're good to go. Let's keep it rolling, guys. We're almost there. Alright guys, we are back, and after about 9.5 hours of cumulative time here, we are done with our 1/72nd scale Edward F6F-3 Hellcat. What a great little model, guys, honestly. I had so much fun with this one. Part fit was fantastic, everything just dropped right into place. Decals actually worked, unlike some Academy decals. This is the finished product right here, as you can see. I think it looks pretty decent. We did a little bit of weathering, of course, using our AK panel liners as kind of a sludge wash. I left it a little bit dirty here on the undersurface. The reference photo I saw was actually land-based, so it would have been a little more dusty, I would have a feeling. So I tried to keep it a little on the dusty side, but not too crazy. The canopy, of course, that is the one drawback here on the kit, and I could not get the open version to actually fit, but the closed version would. So I've got both of them set up. I didn't glue them down, so if I wanted to later on, I could just swap them out. But right now we've got the closed version on there, and honestly, it's not too bad either way. I did add one little wisp aerial right back there. I used just a stiff bristled brush, pulled a bristle out and glued that down. That's all it said to do in the instructions, so that's fine. And I think overall, yeah, a pretty decent little model. Let's get you a close up here so you can see some of the details. For weathering, I kind of stayed away from chipping. I just am not sure exactly how these would chip up. And I decided also to just basically hit it with a sludge wash for those AK panel liners, and that worked out just fine. I left a little bit of streaking here and there. I did a little bit of powder work as well for the gun dust and also for the exhaust on the side. The only issue I really had with the aircraft was in fact that canopy. Like I said, the one that's in the closed position actually fits. The one in the open position would not fit. Honestly, it's not too bad either way. And plus with this white stripe on the back, it's super striking. Like I've never seen a Hellcat painted like this before, so that's what kind of drew me to this version initially. Also, if you open up this here, you can see that I did add in the decals for the seatbelts. They're not great. They could use a little bit of 3D relief, but you know what? They're okay for a closed canopy. That's absolutely fine. I should also mention the references I used because I actually had some great inspiration from this book. This is the F6F Hellcat book, the In Action series by Squadron Signal. I had one picture in here that actually really helped me out in weathering, and that's this one right here. And as you can see, it's got the same white border on the spine and the tail as the version I built here. So this actually was a huge help. And as you notice, there's no aerial, but there is a drop tank. So I could have actually put that drop tank on, but I decided to just go with the instructions and I left it off. So it's fine. Awesome book, by the way, guys. If you're interested in this book, make sure to pick one up. They are fantastic. That is it, guys. We are all finished up. I got to tell you, it is a great, great little model. We are going to move on to day number 9, and I'm hoping that day number 9 is just as much fun. And hopefully we've got another awesome kit coming at you for the next installment. But until then, you guys know the drill. Go out there, get yourself some bench time, have some fun, build something cool. Hope you guys are having a great holiday season, and we'll see you back here on the next episode of the 12 Sprues of Kit-mas. Thanks so much, everybody. Take care. We'll see you soon.